Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully. Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single-covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not? And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half. Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do? Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Hey. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. But it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made. And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And this one is right through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
You. Tight dog. Check your hook. Hey, turn it up.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down, Colts.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
He's coming. We got double up. Under 10. Go. Patch it. It's run.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
They'll run on first down. It's Jackson, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
I'm here all day.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Please. Kill. Check. Set.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns drive about to get started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
No. Off. Check. Fresno. Kill.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Check.
He'll look to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. They'll set up a throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Check.
On second down, it's Cohen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Get in the weight room.
2nd and 1. That's caught by Howard. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6, and the Browns have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
This one fielded at the 5.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously, the players and coaches. There's just within the palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that
run. A pass complete here to Conley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Let's go, baby. Then turn over. Get that ball. Get that. Go. 52 by 52. Okay. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
2nd and 4.
You got that. You got that. You got that.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Slam. Watch safety creep. Watch safety cross. Safety's creeping.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's checking. Crash.
On the ground, this is Jackson. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Better bring
throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Owens. And he's taken down inside the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at Bush?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run it with Jackson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Check three.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field.
They'll run with Jackson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. He can run for it, and he will. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Try to get in, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw here. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 3. Watch the safety creep. Check.
They try again with Cohen. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Now back to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
36.
1st down, a run with Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 9. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Off. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They're going to look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Get wide. 25. Check 25. Check 24 to go.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. This is Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The He'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hey, turn it out. Hey, switch gears. Squeeze. Back, go. Undercrush.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Let's go, D. Check 15.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hatchet. Check out.
Again, it's Cohen, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
55, Mike 55. Woo! Hey, check right, check right. Watching your five. Hey, tight, tight. Zoom, zoom. Mike,
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen, and an alley to run. He's at the 50. Acott's right sideline in some space. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tariq Cohen, 95 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's 3rd down. Toss play to Jackson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Let's go. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.